Yeah, slides are visible, ma'am. So what are the various components involved in IoT that we are going to discuss? Components in the sense everything. How we can achieve a physical connection, that is with the help of the link layer, what we discussed in the first module, and what type of network we are going to use. What are the components like Bluetooth, Zigbee, everything we are going to use, and how it would be useful for various purpose. Okay, so this is said to be what are the various components involved. The first thing there is communication module. Communication module. So what is communication module? It provides a way to communicate. It provides interface between the various devices connected with the help of IoT. It provides interface between the various devices connected with the help of IoT. So there are so many communication modules available. Uh, Bluetooth, Zigbee, 6 low pan, IPv6, RPL and Co. Okay. What is Bluetooth? Bluetooth is defined to be a short range radio protocols. Okay, Bluetooth is defined to be a short range radio protocols. So if you want to provide communication between your PC and your mobile phone, you can just turn on your Bluetooth, and if it is having normal configurations, it would be capable of communicating with a paired information, right? The things would be paired with some keys. Okay. Suppose if you want to connect your mobile phone with your vehicle like a car, right? So it is also possible. There also we have to make a pair. If the corresponding software is available in your four-wheeler car, then it could be capable of connecting via that, and we could hear songs also. So that is also possible. So it is having a frequency range. So about Bluetooth detailedly we will see. Okay. So just now I'll tell you what are the communication models available. Further we'll discuss deeply about everything. Fine. The next is to be Zigbee. It's a low power communication protocol. Zigbee is defined as a low power communication protocol, and yeah, I'll tell you the features later. And 6LoWPAN is said to be low power communication protocol. IPv6 I told you internet protocol, and RPL is said to be routing protocol for low power and lossy networks. And the last one is constrained application protocol. Sorry, ma, here L is missed. Huh? Yeah. Constrained application protocol. So the mobility supports. So if we have a different types of connection, whether it may be wired, wireless, everything. So how the mobility will be? Okay, so the range, it is having a short information. This diagram, uh, how the mobility would be when it is low, and when it is fast, and when it is slow, it's given. So Bluetooth can be capable of transferring your data within a short range. So that's why we are defining it as a short range protocol, right? Short range radio protocol. So 1 megabits per second. Okay. And if you're talking about wireless LAN 10 and DHP fixed wire LAN something. So the thing is there, mobility, how the mobility would be helpful for various devices based on their frequency range. For that, I brought this diagram here. And the next is short range radio protocol. I told you about Bluetooth. So this is a personal communication model. Is defined in terms of person interaction in three spaces. So personal space in the sense, if we have a person, what are the things surrounding him? Okay, centered around a person. Okay, so within a short range, centered around a person, and an immediate neighborhood, the community where a person lives in, and rest of the world, the space outside the community of a person. Okay, so a personal communication model is defined in terms of how the people interact with all these three things. Okay, one is within certain range and immediate neighborhood. Okay, we have different points where we are going to actually communicate, and the rest of the world, in the sense the space outside the community of the person. Okay, and a person's apparel and PDAs or laptops form a personal area network. So the Bluetooth can be capable of performing on a short range. So we have personal area network. So the reach of a personal area network is only a few meters around a person, centered around a person. We can't be able to transfer a very if the distance is more. Okay, so that is what insisting here. It offers the capabilities to communicate with a person's community as well as with the rest of the world with wired and wireless backbones. If you want to provide communication, we need wired and wireless thing also. And a PAN may be, personal area network may be wired as well as wired wireless. A wired PAN uses USB or some IEEE 1394 interface for the network connectivity. Whereas the wireless PANs are formed using the wireless network technology like your infrared, Bluetooth, ultra wideband, home RF, Z-Wave or ZB. Okay. So the Bluetooth mainly depends on personal area network. So how the things would be transferred, the data would be transferred. There are three ways I told you: within that range or immediate neighborhood and outside that range. Okay, where the space is available according to that. And these are the points we should know. The personal area network may be wired or wireless. If you are using wired, we have few terms, and wireless means what are the things we are using, what are the components we are using. Okay. Okay. So we shall see this detailedly about Bluetooth now. So what do you mean by Bluetooth? The Bluetooth specifications defines a radio-based short-range, low-power wireless communication technology. We are calling it as a low-power wireless communication technology. The thing as the standard is IEEE 802.15.1. Okay, that is the standard. And this was initially conceived and developed by Ericsson as a cable replacement technology for connecting the peripherals and accessories such as headphones, keyboards, and various devices, laptop, desktops, mobile phones, tablets, etc. And one more thing, so this was something what you should know. The next is the Bluetooth network operates like a seamless peer-to-peer self-configurable and one-hop network. So what do you mean by peer-to-peer? Anybody knows that? It's a type of connection. Any idea about peer-to-peer? Yes. Have you heard that word? Janavia, Shama Janavi. Can you answer now? Have you heard about that word peer-to-peer or point-to-point? What does it infer from? What you infer from that?
Ma'am, I haven't heard that until.
You haven't heard it. Fine, good. Anybody else?
When file sharing takes place between 2 or 3 PCs.
Yeah. No, I need exact definition. You're saying something. Yeah.
They don't need a separate server to access each other, like send data to each other. If two devices are connected, one of them acts as a server and the other can take up the role of a client temporarily.
Okay, fine. Okay, what he said is somewhat relevant. So, Bluetooth network operates like a seamless peer-to-peer self-configurable and one-hop network. So, what is peer-to-peer means? Point-to-point connection. We have a point-to-point connection. So, actually, one minute. I think I don't have. If I have some example for peer-to-peer, I'll open it. It is like a if you take a star topology, if you take star topology, there we have nodes. Okay, there are some points. We are calling it as n nodes. How the things are communicated? Okay, how the things are communicated, and while we are communicating, while it is doing some communication, if one accesses a server, as what is said, if one accesses a server, the remaining things would be our clients on that time. And each and every node will be act as a client as well as server. Each and every node can be act as a client as well as server. Okay, it is possible. Yeah, this is peer-to-peer. Is it visible, ma? I have shared the window only today. Yeah, it's visible, right? One more slide I have opened. It's visible. Yeah. So this is the concept behind peer-to-peer. It's another model of a distributed system. You know what is distributed system? It mainly depends on networking for their functionality. So the P2P does not distinguish clients and servers. Okay, so if one accesses the thing, the remaining would be clients. One accesses server, remaining would be clients. So instead, all nodes are considered as peers. All nodes are considered as peers. May each act as a client, server, or both. Okay, so that is possible. And the node must join P2P networks. So we have a broadcast. We can broadcast messages with a service like request and response. Okay, and there are so many examples for this point-to-point or peer-to-peer network. Voice over IP, Skype, and Napster, Nutella are said to be the few examples of peer-to-peer communication. Fine. We'll come for IoT. This is OS actually. Fine. So the Bluetooth network operates like a seamless peer-to-peer. Okay, seamless. We know what is the meaning for seamless, and self-configurable. It could be capable of adapting to the particular condition. Okay, whatever may be the type of network you are using star topology, ring topology, bus topology, whatever. So it will work accordingly. Okay, it will take it into consideration. The remaining things are the clients one access a server. Okay, so we are calling it as a one-hop network. And the next is a Bluetooth radio works in 2.4 gigahertz unlicensed radio frequency band. Okay, it forms a one-hop ad hoc network using frequency hopping spread spectrum. These are some standards or specifications what you should know while you are explaining about the Bluetooth concept. So it hops in the sense the frequency, right? It will like a jump, okay, which hops 1600 times per second between 79 frequencies in the frequency band from this range to this gigahertz to this gigahertz. And each frequency channel is of 1 megahertz wide and switching time is 220 nanoseconds, okay, something like that. And the Bluetooth supports a maximum data rate of 710 kb per second with a maximum packet size exceeding not 300 bytes. Okay, and there are so these are the basic information what you should know about Bluetooth, followed by the short range radio protocols. And what are the principal usage models for Bluetooth network? There are three principal usage models available. One is cable replacement, second one is data access, and third one is peer-to-peer ad hoc connection. Okay, and you know what is cable replacement? So normally we are doing some physical connection to provide a communication between some standard devices, and the data should be capable of accessing, like if you want to transfer information from source to destination, that is possible. So we could be capable of manipulating all those data with the Bluetooth. Like if you want to access our images, photos, videos, everything is possible if you have proper connection. And final thing, peer-to-peer ad hoc connection. So we know it is a seamless one, as well as one access a client. The remaining things would be servers. And there are so many challenges in the operation of a Bluetooth network. There are so many challenges. The first one is flexible application topology. So the Bluetooth devices have the capability to choose and connect to the peers in its neighborhood. Okay, so you know, right, I think you may be aware of this thing. If you want to provide communication between the nearby devices, once I switch on my Bluetooth, it will automatically list out this or the neighborhood, right? Have you checked that in your mobile while you're providing connection with Bluetooth? Yeah, that's what. So that is said to be flexible application topology and self-configurable in the sense, even with the constraints of selective connectivity requirements, Bluetooth should still be self-configurable. So, so I told you, if you have a normal connection and both the devices is having the feature of Bluetooth, it would be automatically connected once we switch on. Okay, and I have brought a drawback. I think here the user will find it too complicated to use unless a Bluetooth device figures out by itself whom should it or should not it. Okay, and how the devices are communicated. Okay, we know if you have a list, if we have a list of neighborhood in our system or in our mobile, we are not going to provide connection between all, right? So to whom you are a friend or you are a family member, something like that, and where we want to communicate communicate, that would be possible. The remaining things is not required for us. Okay, so something like that. The third thing is quality of service for voice, QoS for voice. So the Bluetooth must be able to provide QoS support for voice communication also. So that is also possible. These are the various challenges in the operations of Bluetooth network. And next one is low power operation. So we discussed something about a personal area network. So since Bluetooth for PAN, the power requirement to support its capability must be very low. Okay, so this is, you know, right, power is required, very low power is required. If there is a need for frequent recharging of battery, then the users would find it irritating to use the Bluetooth, because if we consume more with Bluetooth alone, you know, automatically the battery will goes off based on our operation and the mobiles or systems, whatever we are using with. So they have given a few things, but I'll make that sentences remodified and will give it to you. The next is small form factor. The portability requirements for the PAN devices enforce the requirement for a small form factor of these devices. Like adding Bluetooth capability should not cause an increase in the size of devices. Okay, you know, right? It is a feature. It is a feature. We are not going to add few more devices to the existing system. We are not going to add few more to the existing system. It is a portable one, and we could be capable of adding that feature. Feature is different, adding the device is different. Okay, the size, it is not going to be increase. So that's why we are calling it as a small form factor. And finally, we have low cost. Though it will be convenient to have Bluetooth replace cables, the cost factor cannot be ignored. Okay, so we should consider cost also. It should be reasonable, it should be economic, something like that we should decide while we are purchasing that thing. And one more thing you should know about Bluetooth is Piconet. Piconet. So this is a term available. How will you define Piconet? A set of Bluetooth nodes sharing a common channel consists of at most 8 nodes organized in the form of star topology. For example, for your project task, you are going to make use of the communication module or component Bluetooth for your IoT task. So that is possible. And if you want to connect a number of nodes to show the demo, this Piconet configuration would be very much helpful. Okay, so one of this center of star is called as master, and the remaining nodes are said to be slaves. So you know what is the principle behind a master and slave? So one will be instructing, the remaining thing will be act accordingly. Okay, and this basic star topology, we are calling it as Piconet. Bluetooth devices waiting to be connected to Piconet are in standby or listening mode. Okay, and other devices will be considered as park. So everything I have given in different colors, so I could be capable of doing. So I have to make some arrangements and some sentence framing still. So once I finish, I'll upload this document in your post page. Most probably by this weekend, I'll upload this. The next is a functional overview of Piconet. Functional overview. So actually how the things work here. So apart from the park mode, a Bluetooth device can be in 2 other low power modes. So what is said to be park? You should know that first. I told you there is a star. There is a star network. We have at most 8 nodes. And this basic star topology with Bluetooth nodes, we are calling it as a Piconet. And Bluetooth devices waiting to be connected to a Piconet, which are ready. Okay, they have to perform. So those are said to be in standby or listening mode. The remaining things will be set. Remaining things are said to be park. So park is highlighted in orange color. Okay, ma'am. Fine. So I'll continue that. So apart from the park mode, a Bluetooth device can be capable of performing with 2 low power modes. One is sniff and another one is hold. Okay, for that there is no relevant diagram available, so I brought this. In the sniff state, a device can be told to transmit data on specific intervals. Okay, and in the hold state, no data transmission can take place. Okay, by the name itself, you know, hold is said to be some wait, right? So in the hold state, no data transmission takes place. In the sniff state, a device can be told to transmit data with some intervals, some time should be there. Okay, fine. And that is the functional specification of Piconet. Next comes ScatterNet. it is possible to extend the piconet by merging two or more piconets to form scatternet. So this piconet and scatternet are not available exactly in your syllabus. Your syllabus is only Bluetooth. Why I am providing all these things? You should know to, if you are in struggle, if you are talking about, if you are choosing Bluetooth as a component, you don't know how to provide connection with more number of nodes, you can go for any of the technology, any of the concepts available, right? So what is scatternet? It is possible to extend the piconet by merging two or more piconets to form a scatternet. Okay, ma? So we can add up two or more piconets to form scatternet. So when a device is present in more than one piconet, it should time share and synchronize with the masters of the respective piconets to avoid interference. Okay, you know, right? We are going to connect two piconets. I have taken only two piconets here. So how it would make use of the master and slaves, that is there. So when a device is present in more than one piconets, it should time share and synchronize with the masters of the respective piconets. Okay, and which is correlating with, that should be known to us. And a node common to two piconet known as a bridge and maybe a slave in both piconets. Okay, so if we are choosing some nodes which is common for both, like you know, right, set. What is the concept behind set? You have set A, light blue is said to be A diagram. In the diagram, light blue is said to be A, assume, and dark blue is B. So how will you provide what is said to be the common thing here? One park node and one slave node. Okay, so this is the, I'm talking about mathematics, ma. Can you get me? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am, we're able to
Yes, ma'am, fine. A and B. Okay, so I'm talking about intersection between A and B. Clear? Fine. So a node common to two piconet, it's known as a bridge and maybe a slave in both piconets. And the bridge node may also act as a master in one piconet and slave in the other. So these are the properties you should understand. And finally comes what is the Bluetooth packet format available, and I brought few diagrammatic representations. So the time division multiplexing is used to share channel across multiple slaves. So we have each channel is divided into slots. So something like that. So I brought few diagrams for your better understanding. You can go through it. I have to make some arrangements in the slides. Okay, so Nameshik, I have brought it. So you can go through these things, and we have the slots here. So the master node determines the slot time in which a slave should transit, and the slaves can sleep during inactive slots. So what is the slot time? It is available as 625 microseconds. Okay, and how the slots are numbered with the given configuration, and what is the length of one clock tick, something like that. So what are the informations I have, everything I have brought it here, you can go through. And the transmission of packets between a master and a slave I have given already. And the maximum data rate is about 172 kilobits. That also we discussed in one slide. And we have a hope rate. Okay, so I brought slot, slaves, masters, everything. Okay, you can go through it. And finally, this is a problematic question. We don't want this now. Okay, fine. So this is the thing behind Bluetooth. So what is Bluetooth only we discussed today. This is one of the component, or this is one of the communication module required for IoT device. Okay, fine. Any doubts in that, ma? No, fine. Yeah. So this is one of the component. We need this, and how it would be performed. And there are a few concepts like piconet, scatternet, and what is the packet format and how it would be. Okay. So I'll modify everything and I'll add up few more, and what is required exactly, I'll arrange everything and upload to you. Fine. So with this, I'll stop today. Yes, we discussed something about DA. What are you asked about DA? What do you want about DA? Yes. Some of you asked doubt about digital assignment, right?
Actually, I had a doubt regarding the book is little bit confusing.
Which book is confusing?
That you sent.
Architecting the Internet of Things.
Yeah.
So this book, that book, we have, we don't have all the terms there. We don't have all the terms there in the book. Few concepts it is available. I don't know exactly. I think third module, fourth module, something like that. It is available. I have few materials with me that only I have gone through up to this. So I think few modules. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what are the things available in that book. So based on that you can prepare. Okay. So these are the general concepts like what you have here, right? Bluetooth and all. If you are searching in Google, it could be capable of obtaining different resources. Okay. So see, if I'm typing Bluetooth in IoT, okay, something like that. So it could be capable of this is one of the communication protocol. So something like that is Bluetooth and IoT device, or it could be capable of providing communication. So many things are there. So you go through all these things. Uh, uh, don't refer your textbook completely for all the information. I'll go through and tell you which is best in that textbook. Based on that, you do your presentation. Otherwise, you just enhance the things what we discussed in class. That is enough. Okay. So for everything. Yeah, slides don't write what is exactly available in slide. Few may be detailed description and few may be crisply available, right? Some concepts. So for example, if I'm taking this communication module slide, these are the things available. You should know what is the definition, what is exactly we are discussing about Bluetooth. So I know I need this. Bluetooth specification defines the radio-based short range, low power wireless communication technology. This is of this. So that is what we need. You should not mug up the things what is available in the slide. Okay. So something may be shorter, something may be that. Based on the mark distribution, you have to present. Okay, ma. So that is also there. So okay, once I'll go through the textbook and let you know what are the things you have to prepare from the textbook. That would be better, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, ma. Yeah. Because I'm also not completely depending on a textbook. So for this, because every day it's changing, right? What is the slot time for Bluetooth frequency? Everything I have got it from different resources. I'm searching, right? So few things may be traditional or historical information, but few we needed to update it. Okay, based on that only I am preparing the slides. Okay, so you go through it and try to write up how to explain that and write. That is also there. For example, in the first introduction module, I have given you these are the security issues available for IoT. So I have given only the characteristics. And while explaining in the class, I have given you few examples and what comes in my mind at that time. Based on that, I'm giving you the lecture, right? So something like that, you should know how to write in the exam, right? So that is also expected. Okay, ma'am? Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, I'll take some time on Saturday, Sundays and let you know what is very nice in that textbook. You refer that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, regarding DA, few of them asked a doubt. I told you DA, I have not mentioned, I have not talked something about questions and all, right? Still. What I told you about DA?